Right, Gree, and we are watching a bronze player here, so I'm trying to be, you know, as we go through these, we're going to go up in level and up in MMR League based on what Hotlog says. This Jaina, wonderful, beautiful. Illidan is abandoning the mid lane. But, you know, something like stutter stepping, it's not something you want to wail on him too hard about because it is, you know, a muscle memory kind of thing. I'm more concerned about, you know, like right here, like what was that adjustment about? That's the bigger concern, you know. Stutter stepping is a great skill, using that hold position, but you hit your Inspire, you got the movement speed, and what you decided to do with it was just run in a circle like this. And that's not very effective. Now, here's one of the big things that a lot of newer Raynor players are going to have trouble with. And it's this idea of setting yourself up as a turret, really. You have a huge amount of range. So let's say, for instance, you know, you're actually, let's adjust the camera here just so we can get a clear area to doodle on. So let's say you're here, right? And, you know, you're Raynor and you're parked right here. There's a triangle. I tried to do a circle. I'm trying to do a circle. Square works fine. So this is Raynor. He's right here. He's camping out. He knows an enemy is going to come around this way. Naturally, as a long-range character, your brain is going to tell you to back up like this and stand either on the edge to hold it or go way the heck off here so you can maximize your long range. But you're also a highly resilient character, mainly because you took Give Me More down here. You have an instant movement speed to get yourself out of trouble if Give Me More goes off. I know it's not called Give Me More, but the talent makes it an actual usable ability in my... And you have this, which is going to do a lot of damage to the first thing that sees you. So what you actually want in this situation is to not move back at all. You want to stay right there, right where you were. Have them come here. They're going to try to get on the pad. And this whole time, you're just shooting them in the face. Just shoot them. They get close. They try to hit you in the face. This whole time they're walking out of this bush, they are getting shot in the face. And then when they finally get to you, they're going to go, oh, I've made a mistake. This Raynor is doing way too much damage to me. They're going to run away, and you don't have to stutter step with them at all. You don't have to make up this distance or be trying to, you know, use your boost to chase them. You're already here. You're going to fire at them again and again as they make this escape. So stand your ground. Don't wiggle as much. So, like, yeah, like, going back here, you know what? You've got Illidan in the front. And in this case, Illidan is a bit of a fool, right? He's abandoned his middle lane multiple times. His name suggests that... His name suggests that he may not be the most mature man on Earth. But he is your tank, right? For this comp, he is going to be your tank. And that means that his body, along with the bunk, decides the line of where the combat is ending. So the fact that you are walking out of their range, out of the combat range, is leaving them to get into trouble. I'm not sure why, but this, you know, if you stuck around, this would have been the decision. That's really the problem with this. In fact, when we get into watching some tanks later today... Oh god, here we go again. Sorry, everybody. Here we go again. Another monologue. Your biggest problem as a tank is that you're having great ideas, but you're not following everyone else. And it drives me nuts. And there's a lot of you out there who are amazing tanks. Johanna's, you know, maybe some low damage tanks, ones that aren't so risky, Muradins, ETCs. All you guys, you do great job. You do great tanking. You call shots when the team is together. Your problem is that when you go and you're tanking, and let's say, as a tank, I want to take this. So I move my body up here, and I'm having trouble taking this. So then I'm like, oh, you know, that's not going to work out. I'm going to go soak this lane. What you've just communicated to your team is you don't know where you want to be. I want to be taking this. I want to be soaking the lane. No, I don't want to. No one came to help me soak this lane. I'm going to go solo these bruiser camps. You guys are making everyone insane. What you need to do is if you want to take this bruiser camp, you camp yourself. You sit yourself right here. You sit down. You say, ping, ping, ping. I'm doing this. Let's get together. Ping, ping, ping. I'm going to put myself in this bush. I can still soak from this range, right? but I'm suggesting with my body that I want to take this. I'm not walking up here immediately realizing that no one followed me and going off and doing something else. All right. Anyway, back to Zag. Got a Gazlo turret here. Nope. This is your zone. Remember, man? Like, look at that. You know, this is great. It's bad, right? This Gazlo isn't the best, right? This should be literally, you know, right here, giving sight inside the bush. The fact is, though, it's created that zone for you, and you can now stand here. And in fact, you could probably peg this stuff from here. And then you have the turret in front of you to cause a little bit of havoc, a little bit of surprise damage. Just place yourself right there. Let Monk do his own thing. Plus, because you are up with the Monk, you're not giving him anywhere to dive to. His ability, and we can click on it here. We can click on... Nope. This replay's full of bugs. We're not switching over to him. But anyway, his Radiant Dash allows you to... it allows him to get to an ally. So if you were standing over here and he gets in trouble over here, then he can jump straight to you. So keeping at range away from a Monk can also give him advantages of getting away that he wouldn't have otherwise. Hey, nice save by the Monk. The only thing you need to worry about is some splash damage off the Tychus in this case. This is a good stand. I like this. Regardless of the stun, you just keep fighting. Monk needs to abandon. He's your melee. You got back with him. Good. It's a good move. Now here... Yeah, and it looks like you're about to sense it, so maybe I don't need to go into this. But you have... Gazlo has set you up a zone, you know, a little bigger than that. Let's see. Let's see if we can pull off that circle here. Oh! Why? Why don't you like my circles? You can make them. Anyway, in that box, Gazlo has set you up a zone. That's a triangle. We're done. We're done here. But basically where these triangulate together is the money zone. This is where you want to be standing in case anyone comes for you. And this, in fact, extends to about here. Because people can come through here invisible, through the bush. Can't see them. And that could be surprising and take you out. But as long as you're here, and even here might be safe enough. And that's extra damage. You got push power to get them away and get yourself out. Let's see what you actually do with this, though. Maybe I'm talking too soon. It's right into the bush where he gets done. Yep, so that's not where I wanted to see you go. This is exposed. Tychus could get ballsy. But look how much damage he takes when he walks right in the middle of that triangle. That's the money zone, right where you want to be standing, thanks to Gazlo. And he's not a very good Gazlo, but this is a powerful zone you can take advantage of. Trust him. You know, assume this was all done correctly. And why not? I haven't seen you do it yet, man. Push. Like, when these lane minions come in their perfect little straight lines, just hit them all with penetrating round. See what you find out around this corner? Relocating the Rainer. And you got Beef Brisket here. The T-Real. Diablo's ability. Charge an enemy, dealing damage, and stunning them for half a second. If the enemy collides with terrain, they are stunned for 0.75 seconds. It's not the hugest deal in the world. It's a tiny bit more stun, but you can take advantage of it. In this case, you come around this corner. You saw here that you had 3 targets, and you decide to go in anyway. That's fine. You have a level advantage. I think you're fine. Teammates are pretty far behind, but Nova and Karazim do look like they're heading down to you here on the minimap. So, after coming out around this corner, I would have either slammed the Tyrael into the wall, getting that little bit of bonus stun, which is scary to him. He's stunned for a long time. Not a horribly long time, but more than he's expecting, right? It's a lot like when you take talents. The one I love the most is on Skeleton King. Your Skeleton Swing does a 40% slow, but your talented Skeleton Swing does a 60% slow. And even a simple change like that can just throw people wildly off their game. They're not expecting that stun or slow to last that long or be that powerful. So something like that. You could also have come around this corner here and sort of ran with it, tried to push the Malfurion into one of those stun areas, or just hit him up against the wall just to mess with him. And then you're located on the right side for Big D to intercept the Nova and the heals coming off of the Kharazim. So here, just watch your minimap. It goes to 4, 5, get yourself out. Cool. She goes again. I wanted to clean up some creep there for a second, sure. But your waves can do that. No point in using a second of your ult. But I see his idea. He wants to destroy all this as fast as possible. But your breath is not so much about the damage. It's about the zone you are creating. Like, let's say you're taking this camp. Actually, let's do this on the board. All right. So let's say, for instance, you're taking this camp. And we got Illidan here. And we got your whole team kind of flipping around, doing stuff back in here. You can tank it from right here. And the second they show up, just boom, fire wave this entire area. With some flame. And that means they have to come through it to get at you guys. That's the most powerful part of Fire Wave. Or Lightning Breath. Slam, balls go out, they come back to you. This whole area is denied by you. And it's incredible. And then you guys can actually take advantage of getting that. So save it for those situations. Alright, so here, now in this case, you want to get charged by the Butcher, right? You're the more resilient target than the Jaina, so, you know, overstep that, you know, keep in front of her. Body block her. Do you really have any, no real line skill shots, but still a good habit to get into when running away as a healer or a tank. Take that extra little second. So if she's here, you know, if she's running away in this straight line, why did we change colors, Mr. Whiteboard? We want red, right? Red's the color of critique. Ooh, we could also do a luxurious purple, but no, let's get back to red. Come on. There we go. All right. Anyway, she's running away in a straight line. If you have a Jane on the other side, she's going to shoot the skill shots, the Abathur shots, all those straight lines, storm bolts, and everything else in a straight line. So as she retreats, you move right here and body block. Body block those shots, tank up for her. You have increased movement speed in your wolf. You don't get knocked off when you move like that. So deny that damage that might be coming in her way. In this game, it's not really going to come into play, but it's an important concept for everyone to know. She charged you, that's fine. In fact, right there was a little bit of an early game aggression, right? Like in that brief moment there, where he charged you into tower range, and you were running away, and he realized he made a mistake, right? After he stunned you, he immediately turned around. You kept walking the opposite direction. You kept saying, oh, I'm scared. When in fact, the opposite decision, and the more important one to make, was, you are in my tower range now. I'm going to turn around and attack you in the face. Because what are you going to do to me, right? Command. Early lane. This guy's going to get to know you. Later on in the game, his body language is going to inform his team what kind of player you are and what he learned about you in the first couple minutes of the game. And he wants to remember that you kick his ass. Right? Important stuff. Great job, guys. So, okay. So what did that blind accomplish? Right? Like, think about that. Your shield glared them. They missed their basic attacks for 1.5 seconds. But what basic attacks were you making them miss? 78 damage. I mean, look at this damage you did to this creep wave here. It's nothing. So think about your blinds very importantly. Blind is a huge part of your kit. And you want to use it at important times. Save it for this wall. You know, when they get into range, shoot them with it then. It's a very long range. You'll be perfectly safe. Save it against the Vala. Like, working on your blinds when you're trying to improve your Lily or your Johanna is just a huge part of it. Take advantage of that skill. And that, you see, that's a decent little blind, right? That's the damage that was denied. Checking that there, that's fine. Get down that creep. The game has started for 15 seconds, man. There's creep. Creep it up. Let's see. Lay some creep. Lay some creep, Skeleton. Look at you. What are you waiting for, huh? You got 3 stacks. Get that creep down. Get that creep down. Alright. Well, you did a drop there. Get a Hydra. That's a lot of damage to the face. But, Skelephant. Skelephant. We need to switch over here. Alright, dude. It's creep time, man. I don't know what you're waiting on. Creep. Right here. You and your summoned units move 20% faster on creep and restore health. That's your summoned units. It's these guys. It's this Hydra that is chasing this Vala here. Like, this is all... This creep. You got a creep. Put it right there. You know? Then, so, you run out here. You check this. You dropped your bomb here. Good. It's nice to not, you know, face check a bush. And by that, you know, if you're not familiar with that term, that means moving your physical body to check an invisible area where you could then get ganked and blown up. So, you know, gotta get in there, lay that creep down here. Once you have sight, that creep's gonna expand to about here. So, just like the Gazlows, you need to kind of Venn diagram your creep a bit. So, put the next one here. It's in the middle lane. It's a little dangerous. Vala can and will use her multi-shot to clear this in kind of this like area. Actually, the blue's kind of rough on this map, or the red's kind of rough. Let's see. Maybe we'll change over to that. A vibrant purple. Yes, that'd be nice. Cool. Let's change. Yeah. No, that didn't work. No. Let's see. Well, maybe actually white will probably work great for this map. Such a dark map. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so creep here. You know that the Vala is going to be using multi-shot basically in these areas. So this whole area is very likely to get cleared just by random area effect spells. So you want to make sure you're kind of keeping your creeps to the side. This is another great location. Right here, you're certainly going to use this once the Immortals fire up, because there's always going to be one here and here for the first one, right? So you want to make sure you get some creep going this way. And as you play, you know, start with these centralized ones that you're going to be using the most, and then use them and the movement speed to get that. But this hurts me, man. This Hydra would be moving faster and regenerating health if he just had some creep to walk on, and that's going to do more damage. So spread that creep. All right. I'm going to be on you the whole time, man. Spread the creep. Lay some creep. For entertainment purposes, let's say I won't just say that continually, but... Oh, the pain. There we go. There's one. This is in lane, though. That's going to get accidentally hit by a variety of things. In this case, really only Vala's shot. Diablo might come down. He'll do slams that are going to hit things, but that's more randomized. But here we go. We're getting some creep going. Yeah, look, you hit up the locations I kind of wanted you to. So that's good. And you're still sitting on top of Hydras, which... When that patch went out, which was the most amazing thing on Earth, Hydras, when their target dies, stick around. So use them liberally, and in fact, throughout basically anything except for a team fight, I would find targets that are going to die and use your Hydra on that, just so you maximize the damage. So in this case, this is a very low health target, this building here. You could throw your Hydra out on that. If you throw it on this Diablo here, or I guess it's the Vala, who's really low health, she's just going to vault, most likely. She has it on cooldown. We know that because we can see the observer thing. But she's just going to walk back. You know, these guys are going to kill it. That's a wasted Hydra that's going to walk through damage central. Throwing out a Hydra on this here could destroy that, and then he'll rejoin the fight. You could throw it out on this wall here, and then he's just going to stick around and attack whatever. It's a great increase in your damage by numbers. While it's not selected and targeted correctly, it's an overall increase, right? Where's your creep? That's all I'm going to say on that. There should be creep all through here. Anyway, let's continue. Prepare for your escape. Going deep. This is scary. There you're missing out on the combo. And I'm sure you're aware of the combo because you're playing Zagara. But let's go over it real quick. Because you got 3 dudes in here. Right? This is your area. There's 3 dudes in there. You have this Anubrak here, which is kind of making things silly. Sure. But whatever. You know, he's 3 levels down. What's he gonna do to you? You want to kill everyone in here. So it goes 1, 2, 3. All right. So it goes ka-crunch, pop. Then they pop out. So count in your head. Pops up, eats all the dudes. 1, 2. At 2, we drop the drop pod because it takes a full second for it to fall from the sky and land right on top. So 1, 2, drop the drop pod, and on the count of 3, depending on how far back you are, shoot those banelings right through here. They will ghost through this ability. They will not go around. They will just walk right through it. And when all these dudes pop out, boom, the banelings go off. The drop pod hits, which is actually a big majority of your damage. Lots of people miss out on that. They just want the roaches. You gotta, hit with that drop pod. It's a huge amount of damage. Look at this drop pod you have coming in. This is gonna land on here. That's useless. It does area effect damage. It's gonna hit 1 dude. Hitting 3 dudes, that's 3 times the damage. So take advantage of these awesome maws and blow this whole business up. I think you might even kill this guy. Nope, no, he's got heals now. See, you laid that too late. Now you would have had that escape. In fact, I would have gone through here, set up here with the escape, set up here just so you could escape up this way. Build that highway for yourself.